Today is a halfway beautiful Tuesday here in Minnesota. And today I'm going to be talking to y'all about worrying about what you can control. Now, there are a lot of people right now that are really starting to be mentally affected by the state of the country, right now, and the fear of the unknown and uncertainty of the future. Now, I've been approached by several people recently, and those people, will feed me their worries and concerns about what they see in the media, in our government and so on. And every time they ask me how I feel, I always respond with, I worry about what I can control. And that's huge. Okay, that is a huge statement. Now, am I going to sit here and tell you that, I haven't been affected at all by the state of things? Absolutely not. I have definitely been affected. And I have moments I can sense my mental state depreciating. And thus I will take the actions necessary to dig myself out of it. I won't allow myself to just sit there and dwell in that negativity and dwell in that mental state. Now, those things can be as simple as going for a walk or calling a loved one. Now, what I do not share empathy for are those who have the means to improve their mental health under unprecedented times, but choose, keyword, okay, choose not to do it and to be a victim. If you have the means to improve your quality of life but simply don't do them, I don't have sympathy. I don't, because there are a lot of people out there right now that are living punishing lives that are out of their control. They don't have control over. That's who I feel sympathy for. Now, the idea of worrying about what you can control is especially important during this pandemic, but it is also an incredible tool of stress relief and anxiety management through life in general. I've had a bad habit my whole life that I'm still working on to this day, that when I have a problem that's not necessarily entirely in my control to solve, I have a tendency to turn the situation into a catastrophe, okay, because of the fear of the unknown. Now, this stems from past patterns of my life where I've been put into catastrophic situations that were out of my control and was forced to adapt and thus created, trauma that I've dealt with. But over time, I've realized that since I've overcame these catastrophes, I tend to relate everything that has even a slim chance of relating to it and turning it into a bigger deal than most things tend to be. And I ruined my day because of it. I've learned that the best way to cope with life's issues is to do what you need to do with what you can control. And that involves your day-to-day life, your emotions, and finding solutions. Now, this pandemic has been a serious test of my ability to do that as the future, the next 2 months, 3 months, 4 months are uncertain, and it bothers me, right? There's no feeling like the fear of the unknown, because there's nothing you can do about it. You just have to let it happen, and that's too difficult for some people to handle. They break down and collapse mentally because they don't know what to do with themselves. So, but I live for every day. I live every day, for the day, and try not to worry about tomorrow until it happens. Now, fear during this time is absolutely valid, okay? But it's what you do with that fear and how you react to it that is under your control, okay? So the next time that you see yourself, dwelling in the subreddits or, watching the news, and you see yourself slipping into that anxiety and paranoia, detach, okay? Assess the situation, and then carry out a solution, and just do it. Don't let yourself talk yourself into not, and just staying in that same cycle mentally, okay? You don't want to do that to yourself. It can really wreck you. It can break you. I mean, this isolation has, I'm sure, already broken a lot of people. There are a lot of people that I'm sure are just in their homes, depressed, anxious, and just letting it consume their lives. Okay, but you and I both know that that's not what we want, and it's not going to happen. We're not going to allow that to happen. Now, do not dwell and do not be a victim. Okay, do what you need, to do, and take it day by day, and you'll come out of this strong, if not even stronger than when you came in. Okay, guys. So, I think this is one of the most important things that I've talked about so far. Worrying about what you can control. I think it's one of the biggest tools that an anxious person can use. It's just worry about what's in front of them in the moment. There are things in my life that I'm uncertain of right now, like I said, just like I'm sure you have things in your life that you're uncertain of. But you'll deal with it when you get to that point. Okay? Enjoy the life that you have today, because tomorrow is not promised. Okay? And I just hope that everyone can remain safe and stay productive. I know isolation can do crazy things to you mentally that you've probably never experienced before. And I know it's easier said than done. But this is almost over. It should be. And I know that you guys can do what it takes to stay strong and come out maybe even stronger, because you'll know that you dealt with one of the most unprecedented, unexpected, catastrophic events that America has ever been through. You'll be able to say that you got through that with some dignity and some pride. You didn't gain a whole bunch of weight. You didn't get depressed. You didn't let it ruin your life, okay? You did what you needed to do to come out the same way that you came in, if not even better. And that's huge. So hope you all take care, and I will see you guys later this week.